Hello. So I had a taste for something sweet, and I forgot I had some brownies up in my cabinet. I have to just wake it up. So maybe some caramel. I don't do. I put the caramel stuff. I don't know if I put that last. I'm gonna have to look at this and see. This is caramel. It's it's a salted caramel brownie mix. So when do I put the okay, stir brownie mix until well blended. Caramel pouch do not. When do you put the caramel stuff on there? Do you put that in there with that? Can somebody help me? I don't know. Whatever I am, scary or whatever, you're watching. Did nobody ask you to watch? So you can leave. All you gotta do is leave my live. But you won't. You'll be here. I also came on here to talk about my comedy show. I need to know, do I put this in here with this? Salted. I wonder, do I put this? I guess I do put this in here with this, don't I? I guess I do. So I came on here to talk about my comedy show. And I know some of you guys, I was laying in bed, I was thinking, I said, I wonder if people feeling some type of way about buying tickets that come to my comedy show. Well, first of all, ain't nothing stopped. People are still having concerts, people are doing stuff and having shows and stuff. And my show is not till July. Of course, we can always monitor what's going on. Of course, whatever tickets that I'm going to be selling online, if something happens, you'll be able to get your money back. Um, and I always tell people when you make reservations for hotels and stuff like that, I always get some type of insurance because you never know what could happen. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what could happen the next day or the next day or the next day. Look at them people that was riding on that plane in New York, and the lady said, "I've been riding that flight for a long time. This is the first time that ever happened." So anything could happen. Hello, Charlotte, and so you know, I'm not gonna fear what's gonna happen in July, and I'm not gonna concentrate on what's going on with the ICE agents right now in the air. I'm not even, you can't live your life in fear. You can't worry about what's going to happen in July. I mean, you worry about it, but you still have to plan your life, and you still have to go to work. You still got to raise your children. You still go to church. Life goes on. You know, you can't sit around and worry about, you know, what's going to happen in July. Okay? Do you think they're going to cancel the FIFA Cup, World Cup stuff that's getting ready to come to all these cities? No. Hotel rooms are already booked. So I'm not canceling my birthday show. And once we get these tickets on sale, grab a ticket. If you can't come, I'm still looking for sponsors. If you want, I need 5 people. Well, I've already got 2 people for sure, but 1 person for sure that's already bought 4 tickets, and there was $25 a piece. So, you know, so yeah, so if you can't make it and you still want the show to be a success, we can give those tickets away. You know, oh my God, this smells so good. Ooh. So I guess I'll put this in here with this, I guess. I don't know. It said it contains milk, so. You said nobody's coming to see me. Nobody asked you. That's the tea is nobody asked you. So we don't really care. Oh, this is caramel, y'all. So you put the caramel in here with this. Lots of sweets. Yeah, so your opinion is not even necessary, because apparently I'm important to you for you to make a comment. I'm sure you're somebody I blocked before and you got a fake profile. But you ain't bold enough to hit my Facebook up and tell me that in my face. Because they call people like you a scary bitch. So anyway, so again, you guys won't see this video until in the morning, I'm sure, later on. So let me let y'all know this is not live. I mean, this is live now, but if you're watching this early in the morning, because some of y'all been saying, hey, PT, good morning. I'm like, this ain't live, baby. It's pre-recorded. So it is now, it's now 2:48 in the a.m. So if y'all see this in the morning, let you know it ain't live. So I am making caramel, salted caramel brownie mix of brownies. I'm making brownies. We don't know how it's gonna go, but we're gonna see, huh? This stuff right here gotta be mixed in with this. Oh, it's making it thick now, a little bit more thick. Yeah. So yeah, so I was laying in bed and I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, you know, I just want to assure everybody that, you know, your tickets will be able to, you'll be able to get your, oh, there was a comedian, he's real big. He had a comedy show somewhere, and good morning, and he couldn't make it because of the flight stuff that was going on. So we're hoping by July this shit is better. If not, you know, get insurance. Get insurance. If you buy an airline ticket, you can always use it again. You know, if you live in the Atlanta area, surrounding Atlanta area, you are good to go. We'll see you there. We'll see you at the comedy show. And yeah, so I live by myself. That's why I can do this. And ain't nobody getting these brownies but me. Okay. Brownies, salted caramel brownies, a bunch of sugar. That's what I'm making. sugar cups. I mean sugar brownies. That's all, you know, but straight up sugar up in this. All right, so let me go ahead and pour it in over here. I guess I did it right. I guess, I don't know. I'm not really a cook, y'all. So we're gonna see here. Oh, shut up. So this here is melted and it's ready. So now we're gonna pour. I'm gonna stir it a little bit more. Then we're gonna pour. Okay. Y'all used to like to lick the bowl? Did y'all love when your parents would give you remember when your mama would give you the spoon so you could lick the, oh, God, yes. Oh, oh, I can't cook. I really can't. I never could. I don't even know how to fry chicken. Because I'm single and I go out to eat. I'm always out eating. I do cook breakfast. I work from home, so I am going to cook breakfast. I need to turn the alarm off and keep going off. I don't know why I have my alarm on anyway, because I live inside of a building. You can't just walk into my damn apartment. You had to have the key to get in, so I really need to turn the alarm off unless I'm gone. You know, if I leave the house or something, then I'll turn it on, but it really doesn't make sense to have it on. Because you can't get in my apartment without a key. When I leave my apartment, I hope these brownies came out good. When I leave my apartment, I leave my door open. I never lock it. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have my stomach ache tonight. No, I'm not gonna show you, but just believe me when I tell you that you have to have a gate code to get into here. So if somebody comes in here, there's only 4 people in my building, and if you come in here, everybody know who lives here. There's only 4 people in my unit. So if you come in here and they don't know who you are, they're gonna call the police. And then when you walk in my house, my camera right there will catch you when you walk in. I'll be like, what are you doing in my house? But I'm gonna show y'all something. Now, the other day, I was eating some ice cream. And I don't know if I said, ooh, Lord, this ice cream is good. Oh, Jesus. So I don't know what I said. But some bitch left a message and said, don't be using the Lord's name in vain. This is not a Christian show, honey. Oh, there we go. There's too much light on here. So anyway, I was eating this, eating a taco, salad, stomach was growling, hit the spots. Dessert, those brownies look delicious. Oh yeah, wait till I get this. See, I can't have ice cream. This is sorbetto lemon. My mouth is already watering. Oh, how long do I keep these in here? How long do I cook these? Bake time. Okay, so about 30 minutes. Okay, all right, got time. So Yeah, somebody came on and said, don't use the Lord. You know, and I know somebody gonna leave a comment. I'm gonna wake up in the morning, I'm gonna see it. I don't know why you bloggers get on live and eat live and smack. Oh my God, this is delicious. But first of all, my channel is not just celebrity gossip. I eat, smack, talk shit. I do it all on here. I don't just do one thing. But I never understood when people say, why do people get on there live and smack? Well, why do you watch? And your comment doesn't even make sense. If you see me smacking, like this, let's give you an example. If you see me smacking, and you don't like it, bitch, hit the door. It's just that simple. But I know a lot of people just trolling. They just like attention, that's all. They're little kids who like attention. I was wondering if the ice cream, well, this is actually lemon Italian sorbetto from, oh, you know what, to all of those people who like to make comments when I'm asleep, yeah, I think I don't say it's weird that people like to watch me, but you'd be surprised how many times I've heard people say, I love to watch you eat. I'm like, well, okay. But see, what people don't understand is I have to eat every day, right? Oh, this lemon is so good. So if I'm going to eat, I might as well get views off of it to make money. You know, I don't make a lot of money, but, you know, it's weird that when I do eat, I get a lot of views. You know, I don't know why. I could have Jamaican in me. We have, well, I have the Dumas family in my family. That's French, but hell, everybody mixed up. Shit, we got the Johnsons. The Dumas is my family. The Johnsons, the Sawyers. Hmm. I think so, because if you're watching somebody and you don't like what they're doing, why would you? Why would you watch? But then you have a lot of people who watch me because they just like my conversation. I guess there was a guy. My weekend was good. Do you remember when I was eating that salad the other night? And I was eating these. It gave me a little canker sore back here, so I can't eat these no more. I was telling my best friend, and I said, "What did I eat?" Um, I always shave. I've never had a beard, so I don't know. You must have been looking at somebody else because I don't never grow a beard. I've never grown a beard ever in my life. But I was telling somebody, um, oh shit, I was going to say something and I forgot what it was. Oh, I will say this to all of the people who say, why do you come on here and smack and eat? Let me tell you something. I don't make the money, but there was a lady, she goes by Be Love. She became a millionaire in 11 months of smacking and eating. Now just imagine you're on vacation and the person who made $1 million became a millionaire in 11 months from smacking and eating. He's like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I work for McDonald's, which is nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, I work for this company. How long you been there? Oh, 20 years. Oh, you retired yet? No, I got 5 more years. That's you can't dog nobody who became a millionaire in 11 months smacking and eating. Mm-mm. That's a compliment. That's a blessing. I know some Sawyers. You're a Johnson. Yeah, my Johnson's on my daddy's side. Sawyers and Dumas on my mama's side. But my Johnson family, uh, my Johnson family, they're out of Austin. You say I got a big head, you wouldn't know that because you never been between my legs. Because I wouldn't allow you. Anyway, where does Sawyers live at? Do the Sawyers live in Oklahoma? Look at Penny. Penny, I just woke up. Jamaica. Ooh, wait till I tell my mama that. My mama probably don't even know that. Mama Sawyers are from Jamaica. Wait till I tell her that she's gonna fall out. Thank you, Penny, for being a sponsor for my comedy show. Penny, I was just telling everybody that I know it's a lot going on in the world. When I start selling these tickets for the comedy show, the birthday show, we can't live our life in fear. You always worry about tomorrow. You know you do, but you can't live in fear and worry about, oh, I don't know if what I'm gonna do next week because of Trump and the TSA, and you gotta live your life. You know, ain't no telling what's gonna be going on in July. You know, but you can still buy a ticket and get insurance. The best way to travel is insurance. If something happened, then you ain't gonna lose nothing. Because I'm still doing my cruise in 2027. You cannot live your life in fear. You cannot worry about what's gonna happen day after next. You can live from day to day. That's all you can do. Because, ain't nothing you can do. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I still don't believe that Michael Jackson. I still don't believe that Michael Jackson had a meeting at 9/11 the morning that it happened. They said he did, but I just can't believe that. They said he was in New York. I just can't believe that. Well, don't tell me what to do. I'm not talking to you. It's true. Or whatever your religion is. Or whoever you believe in. This is so good. This lemon. I'm going to have to get this next time. I'm going to show you that you can't. Block. Just that simple. I was on block him a long time ago. I was trying to let the bitch make it, but she just kept talking, running her damn mouth. I guess these people don't know that they can be blocked. What they say? Bye, Felicia. Ooh, this is good. Oh my God, no sugar. Okay. That's true. Oh, Alexa. In the YouTube world, I usually don't block people because um, when people come on my channel and they say stuff, we usually don't block them. But see, I'm not doing a show right now. I'm just talking to y'all. Like when I'm doing a show, I let people say what they want to say as long as they don't cuss me out. As long as they don't use cuss words, as long as they don't spam, because they're helping my live. So it doesn't bother me when they say stuff. It don't bother me. I had a career in working in a gay club, and the majority of my clientele was black gay, and you already know. I mean, one time this guy came to my show with another guy who doesn't like me for some reason. I don't know why. I guess he was jealous of me. I don't know. And he said something to the other guy who I don't know, and they sit there and just stared at me the whole night. They sat there and stared at me, and guess what I did? Would you guys like a drink? I didn't have to pay for it. They was thrilled when I asked them what they like. The best way to get the best way to get back at somebody, y'all, is through kindness. Who's calling from a 901 number? Who that just called me 901? Because my phone is not on my I'm not using the phone right now. 901 number. Who was that? Baby, when I tell you this sherbet is off the chain, this lemon, Do y'all have to drink water when you eat ice cream? Oh, I do. I have to. Yeah, so we can't be, and like I say, even if you can't come to my birthday show, buy tickets. I need 3 more people to buy $100. Well, 4 tickets are $100. Yeah. So I need 3 more people if you can. And I'm gonna be performing Wednesday. I'm not doing the radio show, y'all, because Vice President Vance is in Austin today and yesterday and today. Well, Monday and Tuesday, and I didn't feel like dealing with that. I didn't feel like dealing with that traffic. So I'm gonna do the radio session when I come back from Houston next week. You don't have to buy a ticket, but a lot of people say they want to support me because they're not going to be able to. Not a lot, but people have said, "Hey, I want tickets because I will buy tickets because I can't come." So I got the venue, and so I'm officially going to start selling tickets next week. But I need people to go ahead. Those people who say they're going to be sponsors, I need 3 more. Penny already bought 4 tickets of $100, so I need 3 more people. 3 or 4 more people, really 3, and we'll 3 or 4 more people, and the tickets will be sold. Now, and we go and start, advertising. Gotta put down the deposit. It's not a lot. They gave me a good deal. They gave me a really good deal. I guess because it's after the holiday. St. James. No, I haven't heard from Vega. You know, I was the first one to put her in drag. and she used my name, Vega. Her name used to be Vega Marie Dupree. That was Vega Dupree. That was her name when she first started. I don't know if you remember that, Dre. Dre is a friend of mine from Dallas. Dre, I don't know if you remember that or not. And she she ended up she ended up getting to know different people and stuff. She was Dre. She started being real close to what's his name, Tracy. Remember Tracy, Black Tracy? And Tracy started doing her makeup because Tracy could do some makeup. Yeah, well, because Tracy did her makeup. And so I don't. If I put you in makeup for the first time, just out of respect, if you decide to change your name and you don't want to be a Dupree anymore, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. People change their names all the time. But because you were listening to other people, I'm sure they was telling her, you don't need to be a Dupree. PT, PT, you know how the people are. And the night of the pageant, Miss Metro, I didn't even know she didn't even tell me she had changed. Mind you, I was the first one that gave her start. I put her in drag. I named her Vega. I named her after my sister in Virginia, my gay sister in Virginia. That's how she got her name. You didn't even know that, did you, Dre? That's how look up Vega over OVA. Mm-hmm. That's my gay sister in Norfolk, Virginia. And so I named her after my sister. So when it came time for everybody to, contestant number one, contestant number two, whatever. So they gave me Vega's paper and I looked at it and said, Vega Marie St. James. And that was the end of it. And last I heard from her, but I ain't know last. Last time I saw Vega, she was so drunk at Tequila's. Not the new one, the old one. She was so drunk, she was using the bathroom. She thought she was in the bathroom. She was in the back of the club in the restaurant using the bathroom, thinking she was in the bathroom. See? They said she was living on the bridge. She homeless. Bad. She do like 2 drinks and she out. She have 2 drinks and she gone. Yeah. So and I ain't saying that's what happened to her because what she did to me, but it hurt my feelings because you could have changed her name. You could have told me. But she got a big head. She started hanging around everybody else, and last I heard, she was living on a bridge. Her mom died, and they said she really went crazy. And definite alcoholic. She was so bad with her drinking that they told her she couldn't come in. She can't come in the clubs because she had 1 drink and that was it. Yeah. I don't know where she is, but wherever she is, hopefully she's getting help. Mind you, I've been out since the 80s, and I don't drink like that. Well, the brownies ain't ready yet, y'all. I've been out since the 80s. Dre, you've been knowing me a long time. You see me drink in the club, you ain't never seen me get so drunk I go and use the bathroom thinking it's a bathroom. It's so weird because Dre, me and you've been around. Dre, me and you've been around for a long time. Y'all, Dre and I have been around since, Dre, I've been out since the 80s. I don't know, you much younger than me, I think, Dre. But I started coming to Dallas in the 90s when TR2s was open, Dre, and the old raps. What was the old raps before TR2? Well, was the old raps and TR2s before, no. Was raps before TR2s or it was TR2s then raps? I think it was TR2s, right? And then raps, I think it was. And y'all, me and Drake could sit here and tell you we have lost so many friends who have died. Who you talking about? But he hired others to perform, not often he dressed up. Who are you talking about? See, I met Dre in the 90s, and so, but remember, I came out in the 80s, so I lost a lot of friends from the 80s and more friends from the 90s when I lived in Austin and Dallas. At one while, people was dying like every week. Well, in the 80s they were. Hmm. Oh, our friend years ago. Oh, yeah, that's 78. Okay, yeah, you was out way before me. Hmm. Oh, this lemon stuff is so good. But the AIDS virus didn't come around to the 80s. AIDS virus, well, AIDS virus could have been out in the late 70s, but it didn't really start popping off until like 80s, yeah. I remember one time we was at a club in Houston, and the people from the health department came to the club, and they said, "Who's Queen?" I don't know what you're talking about. I can barely understand what you're saying. I kind of get what you're saying, but not really. And I remember they came to the club and they would say, "If your name is so and so, we need to see you." Yep. Sylvester. And Sylvester died from AIDS too. But yeah, they would come to the club, honey, and say, "Hey, we need to talk to you." I remember hearing the first drag queen talk about AIDS, but she called it a cancer. And I was very young. I had to have been 19, 18, 19. I might have been 17. But anyway, I wasn't 17. I had to be either 19 or 20 or 21. One of those, yeah. And her name was Tiffany Jones. And she was a comedian, and she was the MC. And she got on the mic and she said, "Girl, they said I got cancer or something, but I'm gonna fight this." You know, she was talking, and everybody's laughing. She made jokes about it. So 2 weeks later, she was gone. Hmm. And then when we came out, when people was getting it real bad, but it was affecting the white community first, the Latin community, and then it started affecting the black community. And so I would see people, and their face would be sunk in like this, and their hair was like real silky. You know how Indians look, and you know it was bad. So by then they had full blown AIDS. By then there was no, if you saw somebody like that, they was on their way out of here. And um, so people were saying, "Well, girl, what's going on? You all right? Yeah, you look good." So I guess that's when they first started. They face started changing and everything. They were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a model. I'm losing weight to be a model." That's what they said. That's what they were saying. Yep. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all have to stop thinking that HIV is a death sentence. Look how long Magic Johnson been living with HIV. See, people don't know the difference between AIDS and HIV because people are not educated. I don't want to. I don't want to be ghetto and say they're dumb. I don't want to do that. It's because you're not. People are not educated. There's a big difference between HIV and AIDS. I hear people say, uh, I've seen people even in our own community say that bitch got AIDS. No, you're either HIV positive or you have AIDS. If you get AIDS, that's like, you, you know, that's when you just didn't know, or you didn't want to know, or you didn't take your medicine or whatever. But we've seen people bounce back from having full blown AIDS. We've seen them come all the way back. Now I don't know if Magic Johnson did. Magic Johnson said he said the AIDS. No, Magic Johnson had to have AIDS because he said he had the AIDS virus or HIV virus. Well, he could have just been HIV. I don't know, but I've seen people bounce back that had full blown AIDS and come back. Yeah, y'all be worried about AIDS. You better worry about diabetes and cancer, because folks is living with AIDS, HIV, but cancer and diabetes, baby, that's something you might not make it through that. So educate yourself on it. And just realize if you ever come across that, that it's not a death sentence. Hopefully you don't get it. And you can live a long time with it if you do. You can live a long time with it if you do. Just don't, just use protection. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all something. And this makes me so mad. Now see, back in the 80s, if somebody found out, or the 90s, they found out that they had the virus and they give it to somebody else, yes, they should be arrested. If you find out now, you should be arrested. But both of y'all should be arrested. And listen to me. Tell me if you think I'm right. And I came up with this because this police officer got arrested here not too long ago because someone alleged that they gave them HIV. Okay, think about it. Okay, so you want the police officer to be arrested because he gave you HIV. Well, you didn't use a condom? What about the last person you was with? How do we know you y'all get what I'm saying? It does. If anybody be arrested, y'all both need to be arrested because if you didn't use a condom with the person with the police officer, we know you probably didn't use one with the last person. So you've been probably going around passing the virus around too. So we're gonna arrest your ass too. But here's another thing that people don't know is if you are undetectable, in other words, if the virus is, your viral load and all that stuff is low, and you can't pass the virus on. But people be worried about getting HIV and AIDS. You need to be worried about getting syphilis and gonorrhea and all these other nasty diseases and herpes too. You know what I mean? There's plenty of other things out there to get besides HIV. And you definitely don't want herpes because, especially if you get a bad breakout of herpes, everybody gonna know what you got. But they say they can suppress that too. But you don't want any of that. Just put a condom on. It's just that simple. But if you get in a relationship with somebody and you partnered up with this person, y'all been together a long time, and y'all want to use unprotected, that's between y'all. But that's just a chance that y'all have to take. Because let's just be honest, it's nothing like unprotected sex. I said it. You know why it ain't nothing like unprotected sex? That's how we got here. We didn't come here because your parents had on a condom. Ho, ya hata. They didn't have on a condom. That's how you got here. But I'm trying to make light of it. And my uncle died. He died from AIDS, and he was straight. Now I had a cousin who died, but he was gay. But he was doing drugs and didn't want to do what he was supposed to do. But anyway, on a lighter note, good morning. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of times when I talk about the old days and stuff, I do. Sometimes I just bust out crying because I'm thinking, God, how God allowed me to be here. And I wasn't always using, protection. I didn't ever get on drugs. I never went to prison or went to jail. No shade to nobody who did, but I was no better than anybody else. But it allowed me to still be here after seeing funerals every week in the 80s. Every week, y'all. We had a magazine. Dre, you remember the Twit? Texas, This Week in Texas. It was a magazine called The Twit, This Week in Texas. And in the back of it, now in the early 80s, in the back of the magazine were deaths, people who died. every week. And I'm mad at this young generation because they, unfortunately, a lot of these young people be like, oh, if I get HIV, I can take some medicine. What? No, you don't want to do that. Yeah, I've heard. I used to work for Dre. I used to work for Renaissance Three, and I also worked. No, I didn't work for Kirk, but I worked for Renaissance Three. And sometimes, we people come in, we get them tested and stuff like that, help them out. And the girl, well, later in life, the girls was like, "Girl, I want to get HIV, girl, so I can get a housing and all." What? Yes. Hello, Albuquerque. Yes, that's how some people think. That's horrible. That is horrible. But yeah. Oh, let me tell you about this. Is a true story, and it's no lie. There was a guy, and I can say his name because nobody knows him. His name was Brian. Brian Sessions, and Brian was very tall. He had to be about 6'5", and he's this one I lived in Houston. Beautiful, had pretty caramel skin, had pretty hazel eyes, just gorgeous. But Brian will fight you just for looking at him. Oh, so you said my 30-year-old daughter lives far away. She's the same. I don't. Well, she'll come around. She'll come around. Me and my mom that used to speak for a long time. Well, we spoke, but we didn't get along because I was running the streets, being gay, whatever. But she'll come around. Why? It's because you're being a strict mother? Is that why? Because if that's the case, then she'll come around. She gonna come running to you like I did my mom one day. Mama, you tried to tell me, I didn't listen. Oh yeah, she's just living her life right now. She's still considered young at 30. She's just out there living her life. She'll be all right. She'll come back to you. Trust me, I'm telling you. And remember I told you that. You remember I told you. So anyway, this guy named Brian Sessions, he's very tall, a very attractive guy. He was known for beating you up. You look at him wrong, he'll beat you up. You just whatever, however he felt that day. If he felt like whooping your ass, he had hands. I think they said he was from the sunny side of Houston. And he was bad. He was sweet. He was a sweet person. But he was bad. And I'm going to tell you how long let me tell you how far back this goes. This was before PT was born. This is when I used to do an old lady at the club back in the days. And her name was Granny Hightower. Matter of fact, there's a guy. Hey, Dre, did you know what's the name from Houston that died a couple of years ago from cancer? His name was Roger Clemens. Was he I said, I can't get through to her. I lost my cousin anniversary. Oh my God. Oh, so well, I say, hey, just pray. You gotta pray, yeah. Well, just pray. That's all I can tell you, honey. Just pray. And ain't nothing you can do. And so Brian Sessions, and I want y'all to listen to the story, and I'm gonna let y'all go. So Brian was sweet. So that's when I was doing an old lady, and her name was Granny Hightower. And okay, so and he would come, hey Granny, because that was it was like a Tyler Perry stuff I used to do. I was doing that way before Tyler Perry about that came out. This is like the 80s, like 82, 83, 84, something like that. And I remember one night I was walking and I seen him, and he said, Granny, you all right? I'm there, yeah. He said, if you need me for anything, you let me know. I'll beat that motherfucking ass. I'm like, what? Like, he was violent. But he was a sweet person to me. I don't understand why he was so violent there. Do you know that when that boy died, this was at Studio 13 in Houston off of Westheimer, the same club that the person that y'all see, Dre know who it is, but y'all people who are watching me, y'all seen the movie Low Down Dirty Shame? Y'all remember the gay guy that was in there? He played Wayman or Shane? He played Shane. We all came out together. We did shows together and everything. That's the club that we all came up in. We all came up in there. But see, I was doing the old lady before, Grace. Well, we called him Amazing Grace, but his real name was Corin Hawkins. He was the gay guy in the movie with the Wayans brothers. Well, we all came up in that same club. We all came up in the same club, all of us. And anyway, so when Brian, he was so mean and stuff and so nasty. Do you know that when that boy died, they made an announcement in the club and everybody started clapping. Yep, they started clapping. Y'all hope these brownies come out right. You know I can't cook. You know my ass can't cook. I don't even know how to break, don't even know how to make brownies, child. Oh, it's ready. Okay, it's ready. But I just gotta turn off the oven. Okay, y'all, the brownies are ready. Yeah, he was mad, but he was very nice to me. Came up on the club doing what? What does come up? What I mean, when I was going to clubs back in the 80s, going to the club or coming up in the clubs there. Huh? Where are you at 8:30 in the morning, child? Hawaii? Yeah, I know. It ain't good for you. Oh, UK, okay. They got medication you can take for, pork if you think you got, you know, some stuff in you, you can take that. Parasites. They got stuff for parasites. Yeah. UK, we just want to let you know we're not all Trump supporters over here. So I don't know how do you guys perceive our news over there? Does it seem like everybody over here in the States like Trump? Does it seem like that over there? Because that's not the case. I'm about to let y'all go. Penny, you still there? Or Penny probably fell asleep. That ain't what I asked you. I asked you a question, and if you don't want to answer it, I'm gonna block you from my live. Now just answer the question. How do people feel about Trump over here, over where you live at? You have to know that. Damn, what was that? I don't even care what you got to say now because I didn't ask you to do their politics. You know goddamn well you know how people feel about Trump over there in your damn country. Child, bye. Get out my life. Y'all don't even have cash app over there no way, so don't even want you on my live. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. It's too late. I blocked you. You should have answered when I asked you. These people who voted for him, people these people are mad, all upset. Oh, I can't believe they're arresting these people, and the people that they arrested, they probably the ones that voted for him. Anyway, y'all. Well, y'all have a good evening. I studied a law language. So many people speak Babylonian. Oh, okay. Anyway, oh, let's see how these brownies came out, child. Talk about me. I put some butter inside. Is it okay it was okay to put butter in the pan, y'all? Was it okay to put butter in the pan? Hello, Happy New Year. Okay, Happy New Year, baby. Maybe you just got out of jail or something. I don't know. I'm gonna cut it. It's too hot now. I was gonna say, y'all want to see it? It's ready. I think it's ready. Y'all know I can't cook. I don't think this part. This is butter. Okay, let's just grab a piece here and see how it came out. Oh, butter's good. Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay, there you go. Well, you know, it ain't perfect, but I'm going to set it over here. And set this over here. I had a craving for something sweet. There it is. Uh-oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, I'm trying to get this thing up. What did I do? What did I do? There we go. You know, I was watching something this morning. This doesn't apply to white people, but I was watching something a minute ago. They was showing these black people in Alabama. Okay, not good. I was watching these black people in Alabama in '63. I was 3 years old. And you could hear them saying, they wanted us to go down there to vote, but every time we go down there, we get scared because they tried to kill us. Well, they killed Mr. Jones when he asked for the form. They gave it to him and they shot him. And and they hung so and so. So, but we still went on down there and voted. But, they didn't want us to vote. And, my boss told me if we vote, we're going to get fired. And then the people that we was renting from said if we vote, they're going to, evict us. And you think about these black people now who say it don't mean nothing to vote. When you see videos like that, them the videos they should have showed at the Super Bowl. Because some of these Negroes they need a wake-up call. They don't realize what people went through to be able to have the right to vote. And women too. And last thing, like the gay community. Like these gays running around here, with their flags. Happy Pride. The hoes don't even know how Pride started. They don't know how it started, don't know where it came from. but they celebrate. It's not about the clubs, the partying, or the drinking. Mhm. See, and I tell a lot of these people, black people say they don't want to vote. I'm like, imagine if the black people had did that back when in the 60s. And to all you people that want to know why we have Pride Weekend, I keep saying I'm leaving. I keep talking about something else. If you don't think you don't think we have a right to be able to celebrate Pride. First of all, let me tell you what Pride is. In the 60s, in New York City, there was a club, bar, called Stonewall. Stonewall was a bar that really catered to the poor gays, because you had rich gays in New York back then. And so they would be harassed, sort of like the black community. They'd be harassed, jailed, picked up. If drag queen was in there, if they didn't have on any type of men underwear or whatever, they would go to jail. So basically, it was just harassing them because they were gay. Well, history tells us that it was a black drag queen one June night. So June is Pride Month because this is when it happens. See, some of y'all don't know this. That's why you be wondering, why y'all have Pride? We need to have Pride. No, we have Pride because of what happened in June. It got nothing to do with us having sex with one another. That has nothing. And they were coming in the bar, beating them up, harassing them, fighting them, just sort of like in the black community, basically discriminating because they were gay. And the Constitution tells us that we all have the right to be free and to live our lives the way we want to. And like Tupac said, only God can judge me, right? Well, anyway, that one summer June night, and that's why we celebrated in June. That one summer June night, the drag queen threw the shoe, and the rest was history. And I think the riots lasted. There's not really two. There's not two prides. So now, like, Pride is just like anything else. Like, you have Black History Month. So everybody, baby, hey, listen, honey, I don't know what you're doing down here about you and Jesus and all that, but that's enough, okay? That's enough. I don't know what you got going on down there, but that's enough, okay? Just stop it. So, the reason why, okay, so it's sort of like June is Pride and September is Black Pride. Well, the reasons why, because a lot of time, okay, this is one reason why, because check this out. Baby, I don't know who you are, Lillian, honey, but you way off. I hadn't talked about putting butter in that pan in 10 years. So, scoot your phone up, or I don't know if you watch me on your TV or what, I don't know. But anyway, y'all, the reason why they have different prides, because you got to remember, now remember what I told y'all, they was getting beat up in June, they was fighting and getting arrested. You know how hot it is in June? It was June. Let me see what, I should know this. I just know Pride was in June, but let me see the exact date. So people, it was hot. Okay, let me block this person. Okay, I'm just sick of this bitch. Okay, I blocked it. Okay, so, when was the Pride movement started? What was the date? June what? 69. What date? Okay, so June 28th. Yeah, so June 28th, it's hot. So, motherfuckers is mad. The police coming there arresting you, and them paddy wagons didn't have no air in there. So this is why we celebrate the month of June is Pride Month, but people have it in the reason why they have it in different months is because it be so hot. A lot of them, like Atlanta Pride, they still celebrate Pride and acknowledge it that it's June, but they do the parades and stuff later in the year because it be so hot. Yeah, and the Black Prides is not separate from the white Prides. It's just that we all are different people. We still, gay. Just like you have, you have these parades, the Black History Month Day parade and stuff like that. And it's not that we don't like white people. It's just we have our own history. Everybody has their own history. You got the Mexican people; they got their own history. But everybody celebrate and do things different. But yeah, so there you have it. And Dre, a lot of people don't know this, but I have the proof. I think I got it on my phone. I came up, I have it on my phone. I was the first person that came up with the idea for Black Gay Pride. Not Southern Pride, Dre, but Black Gay and Lesbian Pride. Did you know that, Dre? It's in an article. I'm going to put it up for you. So you do remember? Yeah. So I have it. I have it here on my Instagram. I thought it was on my Instagram, but yeah, I was the first one that came up with that. Yeah. Okay. Well, you remember Scotty Pollock? You remember Scotty? Okay. So when Scotty died, he loved Pride. He used to go to all the Pride events and stuff. And so when he passed away, we all was sad because we all liked Scotty. He was really a nice guy. And so I was like, why don't we have a Scotty Pollock Pride Month, Pride Parade for Black people, and after thinking it over and stuff, his family was not too friendly with the gays because we went to the funeral and the preacher said he went to hell. Mm-hmm. I said to myself, well, preacher, you didn't think he could have asked for forgiveness before he left you? Like everybody else? And so I was going to say, yeah, so that's and I said, and that's when we said, well, I said, why don't we have gay pride for Grammy Prairie weekend? That's how we came up with it. Last thing, y'all, and I'm gone. And to all you all you straight people out there who are unaware, let me educate you right quick. You would not have had a civil rights movement if it hadn't been for a gay man. It wasn't Martin Luther King. He just spoke. It was a gay man who put it together. And of course, the King Center won't acknowledge that. They know it. I was just in Atlanta and they had his pictures up, on the wall. Hold on. Now, they'll never acknowledge that. Who was responsible for the civil rights movement in Washington, D.C.? I want you to see it with your own eyes. I want you to see it with your own eyes. So when you're straight and you're homophobic, yes, honey, make sure you vote in November. For those people who are Black and you're straight and you're homophobic, you don't have to like us, but we do exist. Okay, what did I just ask Google? Let me ask Google again. I love to educate people on this like this because they don't know. Who was responsible for the King Weekend in 1963? The March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom of Civil pivotal civil rights event in D.C. was organized, by Philip Randolph and activist Bayard Rustin. Of the Big Six coalition, including Dr. Martin Luther King, John Lewis, but Bayard Rustin is before them. Bayard Rustin served as the lead organizer and deputy organizer, handling and logistic and planning. All he did was deliver the speech. How many of y'all watching me didn't know that? And I'm not trying to throw it in your face, but some people don't know that. And let me show you something. Child Bernice, honey, she allegedly is so busy being in the closet, honey. Because when Eddie Long got into all that shit he went through, honey, she hid it. She was gone. She was out of there. Yeah. But let me pull this up right here. Oh, well, thank you, LaToya. The March on Washington in Washington, D.C. in the 60s. Watch, I'm going to show you something.
The March on Washington in Washington, D.C. in the 60s.
Attention homeowners, I want to buy your house.
And I'm going to let y'all go. Hold on. How many of y'all didn't know that Martin Luther King was just a speaker and it was a gay man that put it all together? How many of y'all didn't know that? Okay, hold on. Bayard Rustin at the King March. Good, that bitch. Y'all not gonna answer me, or y'all already knew? Okay, I guess y'all don't wanna. I guess y'all don't want to say y'all did know or you didn't know. I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna show you that he was the one to told the government what we need for the black people. Here we go.
Bring to you the executive director of the March on Washington, the man who organized this whole thing, Mr. Bayard Rustin.
Did you hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he said? I'm going to play it one more time. Listen real good.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, I got to go back. That's him right there.
Bring to you the executive director of the March on Washington, the man who organized this whole thing, Mr. Bayard Rustin. Ladies and gentlemen, the first demand is that we have effective civil rights legislation, no compromise, no filibuster, and that it includes public accommodation, decent housing, integrated education, FAPC, and the right to vote. What do you say?
So when people tell me you gay, you ain't this, you ain't that, I'll be like, okay.
Was it the intelligence community's assessment?
Okay. What I got going on in the bedroom ain't got nothing to do with what the Lord can use me for. So you think it was the devil that used Bayard Rustin to put the March on Washington together? Nope. God used him. And let me tell you, the government, the man was so bad, he was so bad, that the government basically told Martin them, either you get rid of him or we're gonna put out a room of the Jawas together. Oh yeah. And see, this is why I think this is why I believe that a lot of gay men go to Atlanta, because it was a safe haven for gay people. I mean, you think about it. If they knew if the gay people knew back in the '60s that Martin Luther King's good friend was Bayard Rustin, you know, all the punks is talking. You know, child, let's go to Atlanta. Martin Luther King had a gay friend. You know what I mean? Nobody ever thought about that. No one ever thought about that. And I don't think that Martin was gay. He didn't give a damn. He knew this man was talented. He knew this man was smart. And they allowed him to. And so let me tell you the story. So if you haven't seen the movie, right? So the FBI was investigating, and they found some stuff on Bayard, right? That he had been in the park, and you know, what gays haven't been in the park, having sex? Straight people too, right? Except me, I don't do parks. And so, but even though we used to go hang out in Riverside, I didn't do parks. But anyway, so they was trying to get him to, they was trying to get them to leave, trying to get them to stay away from Martin or whatever, but they didn't. And in the movie, it showed in the movie, but in real life, they pulled up all his tea, all the stuff that he was in the park. He got arrested for this. He'd been in jail for that. And in the movie and in real life, Martin had to make a decision. He had to make a decision if I'm going to stand up for Bayard Rustin, or I'm going to be like, because even some of those men who were probably homophobic was turning against Martin and him because he was gay, but Martin stood right by him. He stood by him. He said, well, and if you watch the movie that was on PBS, or if you saw it on Netflix, he basically said, well, Martin talk. He said, well, I know Rustin to be a great man. He said, I don't have no issues with him. God is using him, and he's done this, he's done that. He put, and that was it. Yeah. And that was it, Mm-hmm. And I think they said he put what's the other thing they had? The March on Washington. What's the Southern Christian Leadership Forum? They say he put that together too. The Southern Christian Leadership, he put that together too. So you can be whatever you want to be, no matter what your skin color is, your sexual preference is, or your race or religion. You can be whatever you want to be if you put your mind to it. You can't let nobody tell you, like the song say, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. So, but some people will hold it against you. They hold it against me all the time, especially at the radio station. When I go try to get a job at the radio station, they don't know I'm gay. I don't tell them I'm gay, but they know. They're not stupid. It's been a lot of most of the black radio stations turn me down. I've been on white stations that no problem. Just come on, do your thing. Come on, do your thing. Yeah. I don't know why people come in. I don't know why people. No, so did you post that to come for Martin, or you was just saying that's what they were doing? And this is what I tell people. If Martin had been cheating with a dog, it still wasn't gonna matter, because he was here to do what God had him to do. He did what God had him to do, and he went on with his life. People love to throw Martin cheating. Ain't nobody perfect. I was talking to somebody the other day, they're a club promoter, and they were saying, PT, I don't bother nobody, and I don't do nothing to nobody, and I just try to make everything right, and they attacking me, and I try to be friendly to everybody. We just don't have no unity. And I said, I'm not comparing you to this man, but here's a good example for those who believe in the Bible. Jesus didn't do not one goddamn thing. Nothing. They did everything that they could to find something on it. Those who believe in the Bible, I'm talking to the Bible people now. If you're an atheist, don't come in with your comments. I don't want to hear it. They did everything that they could to try to say this man was a witch. He was wicked. He wasn't the son of God. He was evil. He was doing this, healing people, and da da da. He was the devil, da 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 da. And they still found a way to put thorns on his head, pierce him in the side, spit on him, and hung him. So I told her, I'm not comparing you to Jesus, but even if you're the nicest person, if you could be the nicest person you want to be. Oh, okay. You was just saying it, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, yeah, they did. Oh, yeah, they came from Martin Bailey. Yeah, but yeah. So, and they found a way to put thorns on his head and kill him and and he said when they lifted him up on the cross, he's Lord, forgive them for they know not what they do. And you could be the nicest person in the world, y'all, and you don't bother nobody. And people gonna find a way to stir up some mess with you and keep you in mess and it's just it's life. It's part of it. But I hope guys y'all we had a great conversation. I love each and every one of you. Don't forget my cruises, Martin Luther King weekend next year. If you want to go on the cruise, all you gotta do is call that phone number 972-885-8492 for information. Or you can email me at comedianpt@yahoo.com. Or you can also email me at ptspointofview@gmail.com. Hey PT, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm about to get off of here. I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes. So it's been real. Hope you guys enjoy my, what they call these conversational pieces, story time. Hopefully you guys enjoy my story time. And Dre, I hope to see you when I come to town. I'll be at Sue Ellen's on the 12th, upstairs. It's a daytime event. I will. You be good too. Y'all be good. And I will see y'all later. And those who are watching this video was done at 1:24 a.m. on an early Tuesday morning. So if you see this video, I'm not live, okay? I'm live now. But if you see it on a Tuesday morning, this is not live. And I am still looking for I need 3 more people to buy 4 tickets for my show. Those people said they were going to come to the thing, majiggy. Baby, we ain't no used to hitting the like button. We about to go. Ain't nobody hitting no like button. Bring your ass in here late talking about hitting the like button. Go to sleep. All right, y'all. I'm out. Y'all be good, okay? I'll see y'all in the morning, I'm sure. Unless there's breaking news. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye, Dre. Or...